I've done it on a personal level, but it was not as structured and formalized as it is now. Because I think when we started today and I was asking the lady next to me, that the main thing that I'm mindful of now is I shouldn't lie to myself. This year, I've been very intentional in my thoughts and everything that I'm doing. And then me to actually sit down today and actually put it down on paper, it's like something else.
We're about to go on one wild ride through the world of financial planning. This is Propulsion, the podcast where we dive deep into the nitty-gritty of taking your business and your practice to the next level. Whether you are an entrepreneur, a franchisee, or a financial planning pro, you are in the right place. We're talking the latest tech, best practices, and expert insights, all while keeping it real and entertaining. So grab a coffee, sit back, and let's get ready to blast off. I'm your host, Francois Du Toit. Right, so with me, I have Amanda Dusse, and really looking forward to this conversation. She has an incredible story, and there's some interesting things that I'm going to ask her and see what she comes up with. There was no prep done. We're just doing this impromptu, and really excited. Amanda, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
No, it's a pleasure. You've got such a lovely energy. You know, it's like I can do a 3-hour one with you, I think, and we haven't even started.
Thank you for that. I think the feeling is mutual.
Awesome. Right, Amanda, I want to, like, you in financial planning, you own a Liberty franchise.
Yes.
So you're in that, you run a business, you have financial advisors. I guess the big question that I always ask everybody is like, how did you get into this? What is it that made you decide to go this route?
So it's a funny thing, really, because what I do is very personal to me. I've got experience in the financial world, but then in 2016, something personal happened to me when I lost my older brother. That gentleman, he owned businesses all over KZN, only to find that he didn't have no financial plans in place. And then it created like something personal for me to actually make sure that I educate every next family or every next individual not to go through what my brother went through. So yeah, that's why I got into the industry, just to make sure that the next generation, they don't go through what we went through as a family.
And that's often the sort of, you know, when you're really building a business and you're really serious about what you do, there's always a story like this that really fires you on. And do you often lean on this, you know, when times get tough, because business isn't just easy, right?
Definitely.
Specifically in financial planning,
Definitely.
It's hard. So is there something where you pull your energy and your power from when things get tough?
Definitely. This has become my why. But I find that each time I speak to different individuals and I relate my story, this other lady, she actually shared it here to say I can actually see my older brother going through the same thing. Sure. So yeah, it's actually my why.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It carries me through tough times.
Yeah, and I like how you do it with a smile as well. I think it's you also celebrate it, as much as it's sad and as much it was a big thing at the time, and it still is. You know, it's also, I think it seems to like be what gives you your zest, you know, and going after, and you know, like, this is why I do it, and that's amazing to see.
Indeed.
So it's great when somebody's face tells the story. I really like that. So unfortunately, people can't see the face right now, but I can.
They're missing out.
Absolutely. Right. So, I mean, we're at the Lean In Vision Board session that's taking place. So obviously I want to talk a little bit about that. Okay. And I guess the question is, what is the experience like for you? Is this the first time you've done something like this, or is it maybe your first time with Lean In, or have you been here last year? Just what is it like for you doing this?
So doing the Vision Board with Lean In is my first time. I've done it on a personal level, but it was not as structured and formalized as it is now. Because I think when we started today and I was asking the lady next to me, that the main thing that I'm mindful of now is I shouldn't lie to myself, because whatever that I write on this thing today, it's going to represent my 2023. I must see to it that everything that I write here, I'm actually going to do it. So yes, I joined Lean In last year through a friend who's part of the group as well. A lot of great connections have came out of it. And I've got a financial advisor in my branch who was actually referred by one of the members of Lean In. So there's like a lot of greatness that has actually came out from the group. Yeah.
No, it's awesome. And I love what you guys are doing with this.
Beautiful.
And just to be clear to the people listening, it's Lean In, not LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a different thing. So let's be clear on that. But how's this exercise helping you, right? So I think you just mentioned an important thing. You can, and I think if you think that you lie to yourself when doing this, it's probably because you're creating something that you think others would want to see you creating instead of what is really important to you. What are you really after, and what does that look like?
Yeah.
So how's this exercise helping you achieve that?
Yeah. You see, the funny thing is I was sharing with a friend on my way here to say that this year I've been very intentional in my thoughts and everything that I'm doing. And then me to actually sit down today and actually put it down on paper, it's like something else. Because now I'm actually thinking, I want this, I want that. How am I going to actually achieve that? So now putting it into pictures and seeing it in your brain, it's like amazing. It's mind-blowing.
I mean, you can tell me now, like, it's not everything isn't houses and cars and stuff. Like,
No.
what is on your vision board that you're happy to share that has not got to do with physical things?
You see, the funny thing is, it's funny you ask me that because it's basically what I was sharing with the other lady sitting next to me to say it's all about the physical stuff. But I think for me, I put down the health and lifestyle because I was actually thinking it's another thing. So actually want a big house, a big car, a big whatever. But if you're not healthy and you're not leading a healthy lifestyle, like even if like it means eating healthy, what you're consuming in your mind, a whole mindset, if it's not healthy, then you're not going to see that big house and that big car that you want. So my one is mainly based on healthiness of everything that I touch.
Yeah, and that's such an important point because, you know, you if you think about that, I believe deeply, like if you don't have mental well-being,
Sure.
or that even mental and physical well-being, so let's just say well-being overall, although there's many aspects to that, but the main ones I think that come to mind is physical and mental.
Sure.
I swear you can't be happy. You can have all the money in the world, you can have all the houses and all the land in the world, but unless you have that, you're going to struggle to find happiness and peace and love and joy and that stuff that everybody's after.
Definitely. So the lady then asked us if we can have a golden thread to our vision board. So my one was I'm a nurturer because I believe that everything that I touch, it turns to gold because I lead with love and compassion. So yeah.
I love it. And I mean, if you think about the vision board again, because it doesn't help us creating this vision board, looking at it once a month or once a week, or it's on your fridge or it's in your office, wherever it may be. You have to take action, right? So I think one of the big questions I've got is do clients actually experience something different from you as a result of this vision board that you've created? In other words, are you doing things differently? Mm-hmm. And maybe can you highlight a thing or two from that?
Yeah, definitely. I can actually share a personal story that actually makes sense for me to be here today. So beginning of the year, I actually went on a retreat. It's a meditation retreat for 10 days. It's called the Vipassana. So while I was there, there's a whole lot of things that went through my mind to say, what is it I'm going to be doing differently? Specifically for my business as well, and the people that I speak to, the people that I get to touch, and relate with. So definitely, I can't be designing my vision board and saying, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and then not impact any next person that I speak to. So definitely, my next clients that I'm going to be speaking to, they are going to be feeling me.
Nice.
To say like I'm a different person now.
and just another question, are you helping clients create vision boards like this?
I think I should, actually. That's a nice idea.
Yeah.
You're just giving me an idea. I think I should, especially because I also spoke about health and wealth in my vision board to say every debt that I've got, I just need to reduce that because I can't be preaching something and then I'm not applying in my own life, So definitely, I think I should.
The two of us just came up with something that we should go and trademark and do. And then what you do, instead of giving somebody a financial plan, you give them a financial vision board. Because it's.
I think we should just register a company, you and I.
It's fine. I will do all the admin. You can do all the hard work. And then, I mean, how do you see the role of vision boards in your financial planning practice evolving in the future? Is this, I mean, we just sort of touched on this actually, but, do you see it playing a bigger role from when you plan for the year kind of thing? Or is it something that you want to incorporate in different areas in the business? Or as we just said, let's take it to clients.
You see, as a leader of a business, already I can see myself going back to my team before we even touch a client. going back to my team and saying, you know what, guys, let's do our personal vision boards. Because I think it starts with us to correct the certain behaviors. And then as soon as like we are sort of like, not really fine 100%, but almost there, we can then, next person that we touch, we can then teach them what we've implemented in our own lives. Because you can't relate a story if you haven't lived it yourself.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And then last question. So Lean In, what is one thing that you love about Lean In and being part of this group? What's the standout thing for you?
I think it's the ladies, you know, like they're so beautiful, they're warm, they're soft, they're kind, and they're not even scared to share. Like, for instance, myself, I'm not a social media person, but one of the ladies was saying to me, Amanda, we need to sit down and let's correct your LinkedIn page. So already there, it's like you're learning from people that are juniors, you're learning from people that are senior to you. Like it's a safe space as well, you know. You can feel vulnerable, you can cry, you can celebrate with them. They just allow you to be. So it feels like home.
Awesome. And I want to tell you this, like you have an energy, a voice and a face that should be on social media. Don't be afraid. Just go and do it. And this podcast is now your first foray. I would say the ice is broken. You know, let the ladies help, and then I will see you somewhere on social.
Definitely. I think that I'm going to see you very soon.
Awesome. Amanda, thank you very much for your time.
Thank
Enjoy
you.
the rest of the afternoon, and we'll chat to you.
Yourself as well. Thank you for having me.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
All right, folks, that's a wrap for this episode of Propulsion. I hope you got as much out of this as I did. Remember to tune in every Friday at 8 a.m. South African time for our live show called Propulsion Live. You can find it at www.propulsion.co.za/live. And trust me, you don't want to miss it. If you enjoyed this episode of the podcast, hit that subscribe button or the follow button and share it with your friends, colleagues, and anyone else who you think would get something out of it. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next one.